want to be on camera really quick?
Oh, yeah.
Let me know when you're ready.
Right. Ready.
Hey everyone, Alexander back at you with another video. Today we are here at Bridge Studios in downtown Richmond. I'm joined by Steph, who's working as a production assistant today. And Sebastian, my buddy's filming. We're working for a friend and client, Jenkins, a clothing designer who runs Gracist. And yeah, we're filming some clothing shots today. We got a couple models coming in, and we're also doing interviews. So I'm going to show you my process from start to finish, from setup to teardown. You can see here the work van. It's on its second or third job now. But we did some upgrades recently with the shelving, the lights, the bulkhead, all that good stuff. And it's been working wonders in terms of just getting all the gear where it needs to go. Let's go ahead and go inside and see how we're going to set this interview up. See this.
It could actually be a backdrop, but whatever. I'm
surrendering
to Alex.
And this is Steven. He's the guy behind the brand, and he has got a lot of passion, energy, something I fuel off of as a creative myself.
Do you feel that? There's tingling going on. We're about to create magic. I mean, Alex is just so great, and I'm just happy to have him focus on me today, but you go ahead.
This is Gracist and Stephen Jenkins, clothing designer, and we've been working together now for many years, and I just love his energy, his style, his creativity, and also his networking. He's known all throughout the area, so yeah, he's a great guy, and we're looking forward to getting him on camera today because he's also really good on camera.
Gracist is 3 years old, and since the beginning, Alex has helped me sort of formulate the story I want to tell, and I'm just really grateful to continue to work. See you guys at the Oscars, the Grammys, and Fashion Awards.
Let's do it.
Nice.
So we're at Bridge Studios here in Richmond, Virginia. They have a really nice setup here in terms of cyc wall, warp wall. We've done a lot of different styled shoots here, from music videos, podcasts, interviews, to the kind of shoots we're doing here today with fashion and clothing. So typically they have a lot of gear that you can use or rent, but we use all of our gear mostly. But we're gonna have, the plan here is to do a high key lighting solution today. So we're going to have some lighting design on the backdrop here. We're going to use the Aputure Spotlight Max to basically cast some shapes and some dimension on the walls. And then we're going to stylize the lighting from there in terms of our key light, our hair light, and rim light. So overall, 4-light setup for today's interview. I guess we should use the 1200 for the key light.
Okay.
And then this can just be the...
With the spotlight on it.
Have you used one of these before? The spotlights?
No, actually.
This will be my first time using it. I've used gobos in the past, but not this hefty. Spotlight Max. This is a 50 millimeter angle. All right, so you can see that was a little bit of a process to set everything up. Fortunately, we had 3 people here to do everything. So we're running a 4-light setup. The 1200 is our key light. We have it double diffused with a 4-foot scrim. We have a 300 watt that's giving us a little bit of a rim kicker light. Then we have another Ameran tube light. The 2-foot is going to give us a little more of a hair light. And then we have the Aputure 600X mounted on the Spotlight Max, which is giving us a little bit of texture on an otherwise boring background. Setting up the cameras A and B, getting them how I want them configured. Being an interview, we're of course going to be running at XFABC file formats, 4K at 23.98 frames, C-Log 2, and then I'm going to keep it at my base level ISO on both the C400 and the C70 at 800 ISO. For my interviews, I like to keep them between f2 and f2.8. I don't like to get too low unless I really want to blow out the background, but in this case there's really nothing to blow out or to create that bokeh effect, so I'm going to probably keep it at about 2.8. Also keep in mind this is a fashion shoot, so I want the clothing to have texture and to have dimension to it, keeping the clothes in focus as well.
Like moves a bit or could get
Yeah, my buddy Sebastian, he's the one that told me about these tripods and what a difference they've made, both in the studio and on set. Wouldn't have it any other way now. Typically for commercial shoots, you want more of a flat lighting, but in this case, I want it a little more dramatic, almost like a narrative documentary or cinema. For our audio is always one of those things we consider last, but it's really one of those things you should consider first. We are running wireless Rode mics, the Pro versions on B cam, and on the A cam we have an XLR input for our boom mic, which is an NTG5 from Rode. So 2 sources of audio, which I would always recommend. For our wireless feed, we have the Accsoon Cine. Ideally, I'd run an SDI or HDMI cable, but you're only going to get max resolution at about 12 feet of HDMI cable, so that's why SDI cables are really nice for transmitting feed. So I'd recommend just running a SDI cable from your C400 to your director or client monitor. Today it's not so much of an issue, but for reviewing footage, that's why we have the bigger Atamos 7-inch screen up, so the client's not huddling behind the camera screen reviewing footage.
Yeah, at the end of it.
Yeah, of each one, and then we'll move it. Yeah.
The Gracist too.
All right, Stephen, take 1. Whenever you're ready, Stephen.
Hello, my name is Stephen Jenkins, and my life has been a journey across continents, cultures, and histories. You know, if you'd have asked me 20, 30 years ago, I would have probably said I was not a creative person. I certainly didn't paint or anything like that. I think creative expression, I understand now, is that we're all creative. We sort of talk ourselves out of it. What I'm most excited about at this point in my life is the opportunity to basically tell stories with the clothing. I wanted the clothes to have a feeling to them, and people smile when they wear these clothes. With all the color and all, it seems to have a reverberation with people. I wanted to put something in the water that brought people together, and what I hear from people is that when they wear these clothes, people engage them. I'm excited about what we are going to do in the future. You don't need the clothes to be a Gracist. Gracist is more than these clothes. But you need to experience grace, and you need to extend grace. And I think it has the ability to be life-changing, and it has changed my life.
We got some stuff coming your way. I'm telling you, you ain't ready for this. So keep an eye out on social media. It's about to turn.
Hey everyone, I hope this video has been helpful. You get the idea of a rough idea of how to film an interview using the equipment at hand. Granted, I've acquired a lot of this gear over the past 10 years, but if you have an iPhone and a light source and a good audio source, there's a lot of ways you can help tell a story or build a brand for your clients. You don't need a whole lot of gear. Really all you need is passion and the will to do so, and it'll happen. So don't get so hung up on the gear. It just is an enabling factor, and it really just helps you better tell your story for your clients. But I'm not able to share the long format version of this deliverable just yet, partly because it's not finished and I want the client to review it before I publish it. So stay tuned for that. If you're new to this channel, I talk everything, the creative process, from a small business owner that specializes in video production and photography. Also, I dabble in editing and gaffing. So if you're new, consider subscribing. We try to get out as much content as we can when we have something to share, something meaningful to share. I'm not a YouTuber. I'm a small business owner and a filmmaker and a DP. But when I have something worth sharing, I will share it, all with the aims of helping contribute to the community, learning something myself, and hopefully enabling you to do something in the creative process. So stay tuned, lots more coming your way. And until then, I will see you in the next video. Take care.